What is up, everyone? Thank you so much for coming out. I am trying to get Ghost Dragons on here. So just give me a second. I didn't want to leave you guys waiting, but I probably should have, so I didn't have to do this. 526-889. I gave him the wrong email address, and he's over here apologizing to me when it was my fault to begin with. And I'm like, what's going on? Guys, thank you so much for coming out. I know this is a surprise, but as most of you know, I've been really not feeling good. Obviously, that's why I'm not in Vegas. So I think it was last night, maybe 2 nights ago, GhostDragonzw was like, can we just do a stream on Sunday? I'm kind of bored, enjoyed Wednesday. So we're like, all right, yeah, let's do one and see how it goes. We had no idea what to call it. This was a last minute thing. I'm going to welcome everyone in while we wait for him. Blue Heron, I love this. I love you, girl. What is up? Mike J, behold. And it's so funny because I did my things and stuff video today, which is formerly my budget home and beauty. And on the back of the shampoo that I was reviewing, it said, behold. And I thought of you immediately. And I was like, hey, where has he been? Midnight Ventures. Let's hear it, Gemma. Mr. Gray Owl, I'm so scared right now. You should be. Lotus Girl. Yeah, again, it was a last minute thing. And then I had so much work to catch up on for MP&M and napping in between and doing some personals that I Dragons is back there dancing. I didn't get a chance to do it quick enough to send it out. Let me bring him in here and finish saying hi to you guys. Pine Island Research, what's up, Jeff? And there he is.
I'm alive.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Am I talking?
You're talking.
I'm a talking. I'm a talking.
I'm just welcoming everyone in real quick.
I'm going to try to get on YouTube.
I didn't even do that yet. Marie, what's up, wifey? Mr. Crowley, oh, hey. He's like, fine, I'm here. Smoochy. And what's up, Jarvis, Eris, Oracles and Beyond, Johnny Yuma. Wow. What a nice turnout. Nicole Perron.
Wow.
Wow. So cool. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget to hit that like button, please. So what's up, Ghost Dragons? What brings you to my alternate realm tonight?
Your alternate realm, dude. I don't know. Boredom. Trying to keep the brain busy. Nothing major. Figured nothing else was going on. You know, SRR being off this week, basically.
Chillin' Charlie, welcome, sweetie. I did message you back before, but then I fell asleep. DC Joey. Chris Jarvis says, oh no, it's that guy that lives up the road from me. Guys, this is so synchronistic because I swear, not only was I thinking of Mike J before with the behold on the shampoo bottle, you guys will know what I'm talking about tomorrow or Tuesday when I get that video out, but I was thinking somehow it popped into my head, the state of Ohio, and I'm like, Jarvis and Ghost live there. I wonder if they live by each other.
He lives in Cincinnati. I'm about an hour and a half away.
Dan Christner says, what's up, Ghost Dragon? What up, Ghost Dragon? Oh, yeah. My shirt says it all. I think I've worn this before. It says, I'm too tired to hug or too tired to talk, but let's just hug.
Man, YouTube really is behind, isn't it?
Yeah, YouTube there's a big lag. Actually, Chad Smith and I tested it out. He gave the thumbs up because I didn't realize.
Yeah, I remember that.
And it took about a full minute before it caught up. But at least you're on there, so that's good. I'm not. I'm going to hop on there right now. And we figured if you guys like this, I don't know if it'll be, you know, every Sunday or we can pick a different day of the week where we'll come on together and do kind of like Steve and I used to do with Campfire and Fireside, just kind of hang out with you guys, whoever's around, and see what's up. And Mr. Crowley, I did love your and your son shirts. I was going to comment on it, and then I was like, everyone else is saying how cool it is. What can I really say? Shelly, Roger Blair from Eastern Kentucky, Paranormal Pixie, hey, Gem Dragons. I was thinking of doing that. I was thinking of turning us into a like co-name somehow.
Code name, Gem Dragons. That cracks me up. I lost you. Are me there? Am I there, or did you just hit mute? Okay.
No, I
I'm
didn't
just
touch
still.
anything.
Oh, what's
It's
going
you.
on? Hold on.
Ghost
It's
Dragons is
always
just
me.
he's just learning how to use his equipment, guys. So just give him a break on that.
Give
And
me a
he is going to be
second.
with me Wednesday nights. If Damien wants to come in, he can be there too to take the list for me. That really
That
you
went
know,
kind
that
of
really
smooth.
did
You
help
got a lot
me.
done. Even with the craziness, you got so much done that night.
Dan, thank you. It was almost more than I've ever done in one night. I did almost 50 readings
4
on
hours.
Wednesday. Even with all that crap going on, while we're here, a lot of you have wrenches on that stream. Ralph and Cassie Francis,
Hey,
what's
Ralph. Mr.
up?
Crowley, hello. Hello, Blue.
Norland.
Heron.
Just my
Hey,
wrenches.
Merlin.
Heads up,
Chris.
you guys
Merd.
did a really good job helping that night. I know it was like something under like attack. But you guys did a really good job, and I wanted to thank all of you for trying so
Yes,
hard
thank you
to keep
so
that.
much. Thanks
Yes,
for
I was
sticking
drained.
around. Yeah, thanks for sticking around.
And
That made
to
it
those
worse.
of you who, you know, stuck through it with us, because it was hard, but not giving
Be
too
right
much
back.
energy to that. I just wanted to thank my wrenches. Bigfoot Michigan Rob, welcome.
There we go.
I did have a good Easter. Thank you. Oracles and Beyond, thank you. I do too. I think we're going to make this a regular thing. Whether or not it's going to be Sunday nights, I'm not sure. That would be the most practical for me because Sunday
You're
is my
already
day
free.
off and I'm
You're
already
free.
free. But I have SOR at 11. So I want to tell you guys about this really exciting project I'm working on, but I want to give Ghost a chance to talk for a few minutes first. So
Why? Why? I don't have nothing to say.
it's going to be one of those
I
things.
just play off of you. That's all I do.
God, Gemma.
God, Gemma, put me
Let
on
the
the
guy
spot.
talk.
Put me on the spot. No,
They-
what's all? Go ahead,
I was gonna
Gabby.
say they tore me apart when I used to stream with Steve, and I just don't want that to start happening again because we've been doing it
you're
really
fine.
well.
You know, I'm pretty tame anyway, so well, almost tame. Kind of tame. I'm not tame.
Ralph, yes, I will definitely do that. Thank you. So, what are you guys all up to? Let me tell you about this project. I think it's super
Go for
exciting
it.
and it's actually worth mentioning. So, it's about Blood Run in Dakota, Iowa. Jeff from Penn Island Research is one of the producers, and he's got me in for like script writing, producing. I'm not sure like all the elements that I'm going to be helping out with there, but it's going to be a documentary on this place called Blood Run, and I'll have more information on that as we go forward because I'm still kind of researching. Hey, Christina Bell, welcome, girl. But it's really interesting. It's the one thing I remember from what I've been told a little bit so far is that this place has actual burial sites of Native Americans where there are like 13 of them buried, standing upright, holding spears with like their chief in the middle. Like, that's insane. But they built a convention center. So there's all this crazy stuff going on at this place if you kind of research it. And it doesn't sound like a big deal, but it actually really is because it's Jeff. It's his friend and partner, Doug Haychick. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. And then Kevin Costner is narrating. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm writing the third book. We really didn't plan to talk about anything, guys. We kind of just wanted to hang out with you and see you all and say hi. So you guys have the floor, so feel free.
No, actually, your next book is The Shadows, right?
Yes, it is. It's going to be called something like Shadow Entities Beyond the Sleep Paralysis Demon. Mr. Crowley, no, I did not. Not yet, but now that you reminded me. I actually, I do have it, though. Where is it? In here. Because I saved it, and my son was like, ooh, pumpkins. And I was like, no, because I didn't know. I wasn't sure, like, what was in it.
There's a Paranormal Pixie.
There's a you can't see it probably in here, but there is an entity in there. I just
hold it back up again. Hold it.
Oh my god, I see it now. I literally see it right now.
Hold it back up and let's see if I can see it.
I gotta see if
it's right in the back there. right
If there's a
between the
reflection, though, of the person who took the picture, I wish I'd thought about it because I would pop this up right now and let you guys see it. Our next live, for
that's
sure.
something else we could do too. Is over time, grab videos off the internet and see if they're real or fake. Give our comments.
I would really like to do that. I don't know. Do we get copyright? I'll have to look into that.
I can look into it, but I don't think as long as you use it in bits, that's how those guys get to do the top 10. So
yeah, why don't you look into that? We can do like reactions and stuff like that. Do you guys have any ideas? Well, Crowley, I have to actually look at it though, because I want to see if I'm actually looking at an apparition or if what I'm seeing is an apparition but a reflection and the apparition is somewhere else. But reaction videos for sure. Maybe have some guests every once in a while.
You can do that too.
Have you guys call in?
Yeah. As long as you don't blow us up.
Ralph and Cassie, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. I've got to talk to you more about what you do professionally. I'm trying to pull. Oh, I'm sorry, Crowley. I didn't mean to show it. I didn't know that it was previously uncirculated. I'm trying to. It's not that I'm pulling out of YouTube or anything. I just needed a few weeks off, like 2 to 3 weeks of content. And that doesn't mean live streams or my like pick a card and the personals and stuff, just from like scripted content, because I do have to catch up with Bill and Steve over on MP&M because I owe them quite a few scripts. Not that they say anything to me, believe me, they're so easy to work with, but me being who I am, I know that I'm like 10 scripts behind. So whether they mention it or not, I know that I am, and I don't want to do that to them because they kind of gave me my start. But right. I have been getting pretty discouraged because it took me 14 months to get my first 1,000, which I knew was going to take a long time. But I'm still at like 2,400. And
well, you got to remember, YouTube gets rid of, they go through and kind of
like a handful,
as they say.
So I want to do so much more with Moon Bear. I've got the stuff to make the homemade
hey, we could do a live stream on there and you could talk about, stones and stuff like that too.
Perfumes and, well, I got the stuff to make the perfumes and sprays. I've got like the teeny tiny little gemstones, the 80 milliliter bottles, and all of the ingredients, the essential oils, all natural. I've got moon water that I put out and charmed on top of it already and waiting. But I'm afraid that because it's like my first batch of them that I'm making for other people, right? Like I make them for myself all the time and always have, even before I even kind of knew what I was doing, just because I like the way they smelled. I put them in the big spray bottles. I'm afraid that like it's going to like not be good for somebody and someone. I'm so afraid of like selling something that isn't good to people. Right. But I'm working through it,
Well, that's what you have friends for. You let them try it out and make sure that they're good with it and nothing happens, and you go from there. It's all trial and error anyways.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send a bunch of you guys that I already have your addresses, maybe send like 10 of them out and then just tell you guys, like, what do you suggest? Is it good? Guys, thank you so much. Mr. Gray Owl says, Gemma Jade, what can we do to help? Just say the word. Mr. Crowley is at your service. Really, all I need you guys to do is just share my content. I think just getting my name out there, I thought it was going to be a lot quicker than it is, and I'm not giving up. But
it takes time.
I work like 80 hours a week, so it's hard when like I see my pay and it's like, aside from your guys' donations, it's like $20 a month. So, and I'm like, but I worked, 700 hours this month. But yes, thinking positive. Yes, my face is always in a book. I always got earbuds in, listening, one earbud in, listening to my research, and the other earbud listening for RJ. I love what I do. I just needed a little bit of time off from the scripting and the filming and the editing and all that kind of stuff. So I'll be back in about a week, maybe 2. Not much longer than that. And then, I consistently upload. I wanted to talk to you guys about another thing too. In Ghost Dragons, I discussed this with you. I was going to do it tonight, but I'm waiting to get a few extra things. I got this app, guys, CE5 Contact app. Okay. And I'm going to tell you what it is if you don't already know. This app provides instructions and tools to assist you in making peaceful contact with extraterrestrial civilizations, as well as locating others in your area who are interested in making contact. ET contact is undertaken using the CE5 protocols. CE5 stands for Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind. So Close Encounters of the First Kind is a sighting of a craft, an extraterrestrial craft. Close Encounters of the Second Kind, physical evidence of the craft, so a picture or video.
Right.
Third kind, sighting of an extraterrestrial life form. Fourth kind, experience on board an ET craft, could be an abduction. And then CE5, human-initiated contact with extraterrestrials. And it says, experience has shown that ET civilizations respond very favorably towards correctly applied CE5 protocols, from playback of specific tones followed by entering deep states of consciousness and awareness. As you practice CE5 with positive, peaceful intentions and you progress, and your progress with meditation improves, you will find it becomes increasingly effective, both individually and in a group setting. So I don't plan on joining any group networks to do this. I have 2.5 acres of property. I have a beautiful brook that runs through my yard. And for some reason, I get the feeling water would be more attractive. But
Water's
as I
great for source of energy too. So
that's what I mean, like to work with it, especially being a Pisces. But I've just become fascinated with all of it. And I know that I've been asking for messages in my meditations to my ancestors, my star ancestors that I know now come from other, and I know I got one in my dream last night. I was in the middle of Lotus Girl's personal today, and I was like, ooh. I'm like, you don't know what I'm talking about, but I just got a snapshot of a dream that I had, and I got a message, but I don't remember what it was. It was like as quick as deja vu, and it was there and gone. So I know I am getting these messages. So I'll just tell you the equipment that they like suggest equipment, warm clothing, those anti-gravity chairs, which are of course the ones that you can lay back on for maximum viewing. My patrons next month are providing me, and I thank you in advance, with a night vision regular little handheld camcorder.
I got one.
I definitely need one. Good binoculars. I'm not getting into star charts yet because I can't even read like a regular map. Like if I'm listening to a GPS, I can't like skip ahead and say, oh, she's going to take me on Route 80. I can't do that. I cannot read a freaking map. Food and drinks, things like that. So it's going to be really exciting. When I do it, I'm going to try to film it. But until I get that camera with the night vision, you're probably not going to be able to see as much as hear me. But I am going to take you guys with me. Paranormal Pixie, just email them to me, girl. Or if you want to send me, like Ghost Dragons has sent me like video encounter stories instead of typing the whole thing out. So
sometimes I have no choice.
I might even ask you guys, some of you, if you want to, like, I'll set up one night where I'll see if I can get you guys on live, maybe just a group of us on StreamYard, 8 of us on StreamYard, live outside. I'll put out a outside light, and we can all focus on initiating contact to where I'm at, where whoever's at, all together in a group setting, but over the internet, live, and see what happens. I really want to do something with this. I've been being compelled for so long to make contact, and I didn't even know that the fifth kind was human initiated contact. I feel like I've been being given telepathic messages and direction to do this. So I'm really excited about it, and I hope you guys are too, because I'm going to be covering close encounters of 1 through 5 on my channel when I come back from my little hiatus.
Good.
Pine Island says, Mr. Gray, I'm going to sell little vials on necklaces that contain Gemma's sleep jewel. That's so gross. To ward off evil spirits, $500 a vial, guaranteed to work. The only reason I think that's gross is not because it's me, but because I just think spit is gross. It doesn't matter who you are. Spit is gross. It doesn't matter how much you clean your mouth and brush your teeth. Spit is gross. But Mr. Jeff, if you would like a vial of my sleep jewel, because I am a jeweler, navigator, new job position, Mr. Crowley. I always forget you're near me, right? I must have asked him this 100 times.
Pennsylvania, right? Right, Mr. Crowley.
Had the fifth kind. Smoochie, you've had a close encounter with the fifth kind. You've initiated contact. That would be really awesome to hear about. Bob Birkins. You drive me nuts on SOR, but I love you on my channel.
Yeah.
He's good peoples. He's good peoples. All right, Dragons, it's your turn.
My turn? Well, this is what I'm doing. Nothing. They don't let me do anything. Now I do a lot of stuff. I keep pretty busy. Do a lot of research for some YouTubers and kind of stay under the blanket, as one might say. Um, there's some good stuff coming out in the next few weeks, so keep your eyes peeled for some. I won't give names. You just watch your feeds. If you guys watch a lot of paranormal stuff, it shows up. So, but we were looking into this crazy theory that a lot of people think that the Serpent Mound here in Ohio, it's supposed to be eating an egg, where a lot of people don't say it's not an egg, that it's fruit, and that the points in the direction of Eden.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird theory, and a lot of people are looking into it because you got to remember, a lot of people think the serpent is the one that tempted Eve. Actually, it was a dragon. He lost his legs after God said, "Hey, you're going to crawl on your belly for the rest of your days."
Um, that's another very synchronistic thing you just said, and I'll tell you why. Yes, blue hair on. Jem, can you say hi to my friend Justin? He's viewing for the first time. Justin, welcome. Thank you so much for checking in for real. I definitely
No,
appreciate
I
it.
do
And
not
any
have my own
friend of my fellow Jersey girl, blue hair on, is a friend of mine, ours. New England Dirt Roadie wants to know, does
Yeah,
Ghost
no,
Dragons have his own channel?
nope. I
This is
do.
his channel. Don't take him away from me.
No, no. I do not have my own channel. Like I said, I do. I don't think she even realizes I do research for other YouTubers. A lot of paranormal guys, a lot of conspiracy stuff. When Lynn talks about MK Ultra, I I've gone down those rabbit holes so deep it's not even funny.
I
Um,
love MK Ultra stuff and
oh,
research.
it's crazy too. It's
The the thing that you said, I was again, I don't know why I was thinking it. I was just thinking about the Garden of Eden. I might have been reading my Bible during my morning devotionals. It might have been 2-3 days ago. And I remember thinking, oh, that's what it was. I was thinking about when I said, did Jesus die for extraterrestrial sins? Like, what does this mean for religion? I said it in a stream about a week ago, I think, maybe on SOR, and everyone was laughing. But I was like, no, I seriously meant that question. And I don't know why this popped into my head, but I was saying because I believe there was life outside the garden at that time,
there
right?
was.
So would have been extraterrestrials. And I was thinking the Garden of Eden is allegedly known to be, and what I've always known, in Iran. But if you ask like Bigfoot and on, he thinks it was actually in Florida. And then you
A lot
just
of
brought up
people
that
think that it's not where they say it is. But then again, a lot of things are not where they say it is. So you got to take that
you
with
never know, you
yeah.
know? Somebody just said I remind them of the Archie, Veronica from the Archie Bob Birkins. Kosum, it's nice to see you again, because I got a message after our stream the other night, and someone was like, be careful because that person's profile was just made tonight, and like somebody thought you were another troll. So it is nice to see you back in here and know that that's not it. Did Merlin really exist? What do you guys think?
I believe he did. I believe he was a wizard, and I believe he existed. Yes.
I'm not sure I'm fully familiar with that story. Let me just look it up.
Wizard Merlin was kind of Arthur's.
I knew it had something to do with King Arthur.
King Arthur's wizard of the castle. He was with Arthur and helped train or helped pull the sword and all that stuff.
He is perhaps most famous
wizard of them all.
As an enchanter. Yeah, prominently featured in King Arthur. I mean, I really don't know.
He was a Wiccan guy. He did Wiccan and stuff like that. See, a lot of people don't realize that King Arthur was really Roman. Okay. He was a Roman. And when they came to England to take over England, he had family there or something. I'll have to go back and look. But yeah, he was English and was recruited by the Romans to fight in the armies. I'll have to sit back and look at that stuff again. But it's pretty interesting. And then he met more or
The
less.
wizard that could summon the dragon.
Yeah,
Blue hair on that's good.
I like it.
Well, Kosum, welcome, and I am really happy to hear that. It's really great that you're new to Tarot Oracle, even maybe the paranormal community, because that's happening a lot because of the consciousness expansion, and it makes me really excited when new people come in, and they don't come in. Even if they do, I don't care, but they don't come in for like that aha moment to like try to trip me up or anything. They're just genuinely interested to see if what I say happens, or and that makes me feel so good because it helps me to achieve my full potential and goal, which I believe is I'm here as a listener and a messenger, listening for the messages and bringing them to you guys.
Now I like
Read
it.
my courses.
Where'd you get this information, Rhodey? I want to know. I want to read more about that.
Oh,
Okay.
you put that up. I was just going to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You're good. You're good. You're good. I'd like to read a little bit more. Okay, sort of. Yeah, I'd like to read more about that and how they could prove it was the sword. Because I thought he threw it back in the lake. I mean, even some of the old legend says he threw it back in the lake and gave it back to her. I don't know. Maybe I have to go back and do some catch up. Because there's stuff new all the time. I mean, when you
Well,
do
Jarvis
research,
put up
always.
a link too.
Oh, okay. Thanks, Jarvis.
Yeah, I'm working on merch with Pine Island Research. We're in the very beginning stages, as in we talked about it for 5 minutes like an hour ago, but it's coming to fruition, guys. I know you've been waiting over a year. Yeah, no worries. That's actually a really good question. I have a question for you guys. You guys mention them all the time in SOR, and I always either write them down and then lose the paper, or John takes me off track. God love John, gets me off track and I forget to write it down. What are some good Audible audio books about like, extraterrestrials and abductions and things like that? Because I would really, good night, Bob, or bye, Bob. I don't know if you're saying bye or just saying peace all. Justin Case. Merlin was based on amalgamation
Of several historical. See, I've heard that too. Yes, I've heard that too. And it's actually probably true. Because a lot of people think Lucifer is one person, the way he is in a way, but he has a legion. There's, I think, 7 of the
Right.
Morning Star, and then there was 6 others, I believe, that were cast down with their armies because they didn't like God giving us free will when they didn't. So
that's the legend, right?
yeah, that's pretty much.
But we do always have to question
everything. Oh yeah, the Bible's
especially in this community,
And even when you get the lost manuscripts and lost scriptures, you don't know what they're still leaving out. So
right, like there's allegedly this well, it's not new now, it's probably a year, maybe even more. I probably found it a year ago, which means it takes me, I'm so behind on everything, that Jesus, and I've heard this before, went to France and married Mary Magdalene and has had children, and there's actually descendants of Christ still on earth. And do I believe it? I don't know. I can't say I don't believe it, but that changes my entire
if you want to look at it logically, he may have had children, and who knows? We still that kind of hidden away, but we do know that he had brothers and sisters. Just because he was first child doesn't mean that good old Mary and Joseph didn't get funky after.
Well, no, he had brothers and sisters, but they weren't God's child. So the thought is, if Jesus has descendants, that means God has descendants.
Well, it's blood too.
So, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to start a religious thing. I'm just saying things like that come up that make me question my entire belief system, which used to really scare me, but I'm not scared of it anymore. And I can't wait to initiate contact. I've been trying to send telepathic messages just from my bed while I'm in trance. Technically, Nicole, half brothers, to ETs. And then I watched I watched The Fourth Kind, thinking it was like a documentary on Close Encounters of the Fourth Kind, when really it was a movie that was allegedly based on Abby Taylor, I think her name was.
Right. Yeah.
That was scary. she was like they abducted her daughter and never gave her daughter back. They like murdered her husband and made it look like suicide. They were stealing people from Nome, Alaska. If you guys get a chance, it's on Prime. I believe it was Prime or ID, but I think Prime. And it was called The Fourth Kind. And it had Mila Jovovich, I think, was who played.
In fact, I bought that DVD when it came out on its release date because I liked it so much. There's another one that's really good called Dark Skies, about a family, and the children are being abducted. But
I didn't see the movie, but I saw that it was there. It was
watch that one. That's a really good one too. And they delve into some stuff that people don't even think about.
Noah's Ark, if it wiped out everyone.
Yes, the movie was made up, but it's just such a good story. They used some kind of facts about how things happen. Sorry, Gemma.
Wait, which movie? The Fourth Kind was made up?
Both of them were fictional stories, I believe.
Oh, now I'm pissed because I was like, wow, like how did this get past me?
It's a fictional story. I thought that's the one you're talking about too, right, Rhodey?
Yeah. What's the Fourth
Both
Kind?
of them. I know Dark Skies is a fictional story.
Well, guys, thank you for telling me because I was going to dive into research about this. See, when I tell you guys I'm gullible and I will believe pretty much anything, that's why I have to really watch. That's why I need you guys to be like, Gemma, does that make sense? That's why I run a lot of things by you guys because
I thought you knew that.
No, I'm so afraid to discount anything because I don't want to offend anybody because I know how that feels when people call you a liar. So I was thinking, wow, this poor woman. And I remember thinking while I was watching it too.
But see, in these movies, in both those movies, they use actual, encounters and stuff.
They presented it as though it were real. Like in this movie, they said they had actual like archival footage and audio.
They did
pure fiction.
They fooled a lot of people, just like. Okay,
so let me just read this real quick.
Sure.
The first one that I came across was like, this is obviously made up, and it's like, no, I'm not looking for your opinion, guy. Like, I need. All right, so this is from UFO Insight. In 2009, Universal Pictures released The Fourth Kind, a thriller that follows the life of psychologist Abigail Emily Abby Tyler, who lives in Nome, Alaska with her husband. After he passed away. Huh?
They just give you the synopsis.
Yeah, but it says the truth behind it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Charlotte Milchard plays Dr. Abigail Tyler, and that is in the archived footage. So let me see what it says.
We just bummed you out, didn't we?
No, it really did, because I thought, I'm like, wow, this is, see, here's what it says in the very beginning, and this is what pisses me off. It says, I am actress Mila Jovovich, and I will be portraying Dr. Abigail Tyler. This film is a dramatization of events that occurred in October 2000. Everything in this movie is supported by archive footage. Some of what you are about to see is extremely disturbing. So why wouldn't the movie studio said the film was based on quote-unquote archival footage of a therapist who discovered, quote, the most disturbing evidence of alien abduction ever documented, end quote, while conducting her hypnosis and therapy sessions. And I'm firmly under the belief that all of these movies that come out with these hostile extraterrestrials, not that there aren't hostile extraterrestrials. I believe it's all to instill fear in us so we stop reaching out to them, because I believe in a lot of cases, and again, nowhere near this as like a blanket statement for all extraterrestrials, but I do believe that a lot of them are here to help us rediscover source, to shift our consciousness. And I've been doing a lot of research just this past week since I've had off writing. The things that I've discovered are amazing. My notes are just.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of information about a lot of stuff out there.
Based on scientific research. Yeah, I can. I don't know. I guess you guys are right. It could be that it's based off some small piece.
Or what they did was they take a population of encounters, like the people seeing owls. Now, see, there have been encounters where people saw owls, and then in regression found out they were aliens. So they used the Now the stuff with the recordings where they come out where they're hypnotizing them in the action, or
Well, there's more here. Yeah.
that's all just crazy stuff. But it's good. That movie kind of creeped me out.
Yeah, it did. It says, however,
So
it
does
says
Dark Skies.
the
Sorry.
movie sounds legitimate, except no one in Alaska has ever heard of Dr. Abigail Tyler. She does not appear in any records of the State Psychologists Association or Licensing Board. However, there actually had been a disturbing number of disappearances in and around Nome, mostly travelers coming to and from it, surrounding native Inupiat and Siberian Yupik areas. Dragons, take it away.
Yeah, I almost moved to Anchorage. I was actually looking at places in Anchorage, and everybody's like, "Don't go. You will never see you again." And I'm, oh, hi. I can never say your name right. Twats. Forgive me. I see you. Hello. But yeah, I almost moved, but then the doctor said no, and the family said no. So I stayed. But I actually had a place all lined up and everything. Nice little, just outside the city. I love the cold. It wouldn't bother me one bit.
Just trying to.
You're fine.
Turn monetization on because I forgot again, but
oops.
That's yeah, right. It's not showing up as like content on my channel, which is really weird. I guess I have to wait until afterwards, which sucks because then I lose all these views.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's so weird. Steve knows how to do it. I just got to ask him. No biggie. Just kind of weird. I'm looking right at it, but it doesn't exist.
Yes. That's YouTube for you.
Yeah, that's so.
Get it together, Susan. Get us in trouble.
Why? Why are you doing this to me? You're literally right here. So I know it exists.
It's got to.
There it is. Oh no, that's super sticker. I don't want to send myself one of those. Okay, I guess they're not going to allow me to monetize it halfway through.
Okay. I'm sorry. My mouth does not operate like normal people sometimes. So that's funny. Trying to read comments.
Yeah, let's see what you guys have to say now that I talked for almost an entire hour.
Oh, that's fine. I'm just trying to get a grip. You know, you didn't have to talk me off the ledge. So.
Not this time. You were happy to do it, which is, you know.
Well, I was bored, and I got a lot of stuff going on upstairs, so a lot of concerns. So this was actually probably just as good for me as you. So, but yeah, there was something I was going to talk about. Oh, geez, no, I went blank. I hate that. I should have wrote stuff down. Oh, The Exorcist. You know, that's the only movie that really scared me. I like that movie. But see, I saw that movie when I was, when did it come out? I was young because I had to sneak in to see it because they were actually card people when I got in. And I stayed for the whole thing, but man, for a while, a week, man, it was like, no. It took me years to watch it again.
I still have not gotten through that entire movie.
That movie's creepy, especially if you can get the director's cut where they actually show her coming down the stairs backwards and stuff. There's some creepy stuff in the director's cut that you're like, well, I can see why they cut that out. That's just messed up. You getting it fixed?
No, it's not working. They're going to make me wait until all the views are already. Oh, wait, there we go.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Nope, just kidding.
How do we know each other? Actually, I actually saw her first video when she complained about getting scammed.
The Cash App scam. That was a month after I started my channel.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, who is this? And then she was doing good stuff then and I liked it and I was watching because she was trying to help other people. And I always watched Steve Stockton. I've been a watcher of his ever since he started. And then when she started showing up on Steve's, I was like, well, this is a good pair. And then we just started talking in chat, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah, you're, you know, in a lot of, you got your hands in a lot of different chat
Yeah.
rooms. It's
Yes, I
what
do.
you
I'm
like
all
to
over the
do.
place.
I have an issue, not an issue, like I have a problem with them, but I have an issue with like being in chats because now I'm so used to being on the screen that like
Right.
being, I don't know, like I've tried to go into like SOR, I'll go in and I'll ghost in the chat, but like to get in, because now it's constant typing. Because you
Right.
guys are so amazing, and you're like, hey Gemma, and I feel like I want to personally say hi, and it's just like a nonstop. But I do go in and I do listen. But before that, I did not like live streams because I would go into this YouTuber who I can't stand her now, because she's got balls. I'll tell you that. I just can't
I
stand
know
her.
who you're
But
talking
I
about.
used to really like her a lot, and I used to watch everything that she did, and I would go into her live streams, but she wouldn't respond to the people in the chat. Like
I
she would
hate
like
that.
completely gloss over what we were
Oh, yeah.
saying, even if
There's a
we
lot
were
of streamers like that.
and I noticed it with a lot of channels that when they would have a live, you would go in and they'd ask a question, but they'd only, you know, one person would answer and they would talk to
Super
that person.
chats only. They would take super chats and only answer
Yes.
those questions and stuff
And
like
they,
that.
or there would be two people and they would talk to each other, but
Right.
completely ignore the chat. And it would drive me nuts. So when Steve was like, hey, do you want to do, you know, a live? I was like, no, why would I want to do that?
Why would I do that?
And he's
You
like,
were
no.
great. I remember that first time you showed up. It was like, wow. I remember a time when you got up and you had your underwear on.
Well, well, he said, everybody remembers that
Remembers
time.
that.
Well, he said that, you know, we don't have to do it like that. We can interact with the chat. And I was like, yes, that I would love to. Blue Heron, I think I told you about, there's a video that I did, that's called, I did it like a year ago. It's called FYI, just so you know, in my opinion, in my defense. And it was aimed at her, because she had called me out. I was really new to YouTube, and I was doing true crime, and this is kind of what made me stop doing that. Hey Abe, hi Tywaz.
Hello, Abe.
And I covered this story that nobody else on YouTube was covering, and I got all of my information from one documentary that the mother was the one telling the story. So I assumed wrongly, but I was really new. It was only the third or fourth video I'd ever done.
Yeah,
And I was just trying to help. So yeah. I did a two-parter. It wasn't that good, but it did get the information out there. So I get this response months and months later from this guy's mom, and she's calling me an opportunist, all kinds of horrible names, and saying that I'm making money off her tragedy. And she didn't know YouTube existed, and she didn't know true crime on YouTube existed. So I better effing take the video down, or she was going to have me arrested. So I took the video down, but I did tell the mom, I said, I didn't have to do that. I said, and all you had to do was say that you were uncomfortable with it. I said, what was the issue? Like, did I get that many facts wrong? She's like, no, you were too familiar with my son. You were saying how handsome and smart he was and how you wish you had a son like him. And that's too familiar for me. And it gave me PTSD. So I was like, okay, whatever. Next thing I know, this chick's covering the same story with the permission from the mother and making money off it, which I wasn't at the time. Okay, not that I really even make much off my videos. And this chick, instead of reaching out to me, knowing I was a really big fan and knowing I was just starting out, she goes on the beginning of a video about Amber Tuckero. Okay. And that girl is the one that was on the phone, and you can hear her going, yo, you better not be taking me anywhere. I don't want to go.
Yeah,
and she's found dead. And then you could hear a killer talking. Yeah. So on the first 10 to 15 minutes of this video, she's like bashing somebody and being like, you're disrespectful, all this crap. First of all, she's talking to me. Okay. Right. But she never said my name. And secondly, you choose the beginning of a video about a murder victim to talk to me about being disrespectful towards victims. Yeah.
That's pretty sad.
Yeah. People nowadays get PTSD from breaking a nail. And that's what I said. I said, listen, I was just trying to help. All you had to do was say, I don't want that video on there. And I would have taken it down. No questions asked.
That's like,
but to come and threaten me. And then I did say to her, I said, no wonder the police treated you the way that they did when your son went missing. Yeah. Because she was a former New York City police officer, and she had issues with the police in the country that her son disappeared in. And she made it seem like You don't want to see this chick in a hot tub full of Jello. Trust me. I call her Jowls for a reason. So I'm like, no wonder they treated you that way, because you probably busted in their gangbusters. Like, I know what's going on here. I'm American. I could just see it. Blue Heron, yes. Not only is she immature, you can tell, like, when you watch her first videos, she was really cool and really cared about getting the message out and the cases out. Now, if you watch her, she's like dancing around her kitchen, making coffee in the morning, like in her big house that YouTube paid for. And telling people, don't come for me. Well, why are you talking shit if you don't want people coming for you? Like, you talk enough crap, and you're like, I don't know, I can't stand her. So anyway, I didn't want to end up like her and be like she was in her live streams. And
well, that first one was, you could tell you were very you were just kind of nervous, but once you got a grip of it, man, you took off.
And Blue Heron, I think that's what it was too. I think she realized, I said to her, I'm like, you need to be taken down a peg or two. I'm like, you're on YouTube, okay? Not that I don't love YouTube, but I mean, if you watched one of these chicks' videos, you'd be like, oh my God. Like, you can tell she thinks quite a bit of herself. But so now that I went on a rant, because I really don't like this girl. And there's not many people I really don't like. You know,
there's a couple YouTubers that I just don't want to deal with.
But she made it personal. You know, if someone came and did something that I thought was disrespectful, and someone, you know, someone's mom, the mother of an abductee, came to me and said, hey, I want you to cover my son's story. So-and-so did it, and I don't like the way they did it, and this is what happened. I would reach out to the smaller channel, so-and-so, especially knowing I'm supposed to be friendly with them, and they're a subscriber and member of my community that I've built, and be like, hey, what's going on? I wouldn't just bash them publicly.
No. Thanks, Ralph.
On YouTube. Thank you so much, Ralph.
Got it. I beat you to it. And you put it back.
I know, because I didn't see it. I just put my thing over it, and I was reading Pine Island Research. Ralph, thank you so much.
So much.
Pisces got to take care of each other. Yes. I don't know a lot of Pisces, to be honest with you, but I know sometimes I'll get a Wednesday night stream where they all just start coming out of the woodwork. I know a lot of people
over a coffin,
that have Pisces in their chart. They may not be like a Pisces sun, but I know like a lot of Pisces risings. Pine Island Research, you are 100% right. You talk poop to Gemma on the wrong day, and someone's going to get cut.
Yeah, you got to kind of take shanks.
Taiwaz, thank you. That's exactly what I want. I want to have a balance. I don't want to be anyone's whipping girl, but I do believe in forgiveness, and I do believe in chances, and I believe that someone could just be having a bad day. Do you know what I mean? Like I might be really nasty to somebody and then immediately regret it. And if that person takes that one encounter with me and decides they don't like me, that would bother me, because you know what I mean? I forgive everything all the time.
Can't say or she'll get in trouble.
You know? Yeah, you know, I could technically say it, but I don't want the drama.
Don't get the grief.
If you watch true crime YouTube, she's very, very big.
Yeah, she's very big.
Are SH. And that's all I can say. SH. Okay? And she says documentary the same way that I do. And she says things like, don't come for me. Okay. And on Fridays, you could find her video of her dancing in the kitchen, making coffee.
Fun. Now, see, I'm real picky about what I watch, but you would be surprised how many channels I follow and follow without having it on my follow list. So, oh yeah.
Paranormal Pixie, Pisces rising. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. And you know, your rising sign, guys, is how everyone perceives you the first time you meet them.
Hey, right? While we're talking about that, why don't you pull up my chart and tell me what the heck I am? I know I'm a Virgo, but I don't know.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, I'm an Aries rising. So I'm a Pisces sun and a Libra moon. Okay. I'll give you this much and then we'll tell Dragon what he is. But the image that you present, not on purpose, like completely accidentally to the world and people's first impression of you, like a lot of people say, you're a Pisces. Yes, it's just I'm an Aries rising. So people's first impression of me is first impression of what you think an Aries would be like very outgoing and
Right.
loud and driven, when really I'm
The
not
opposite.
like that at all. Marie, thank you. Gemma Jade, you're my
But
wife.
that's
You
due to other
adorable.
reasons too.
And a
That's
ton
due
like
for what you see.
absolutely. Okay, dragons, I need
Yes,
your
Ralph. Yes, I'm a Virgo. I'm just a Virgo.
and actually Pisces and
There's a
Virgo
lot of us.
make the absolute best of friends. And I do find that I have a ton of Virgo friends because we're polars. I'm the 6th sign, or Pisces 6th sign, Virgos, Pisces the 12th sign, Virgo's the 6th. So the 4th
Yeah.
sign and the 8th sign are polar. So they're best friends. You know what I mean?
Right.
Okay, I need your
I thought
I
I
don't know.
sent it to you. I actually sent
Well,
you.
do you all right, hold on.
I think I actually sent it to you a while back ago. It should be in one of the emails. If you don't want it, I can send it again, but it'll just
No,
take
no, no,
forever.
hold on, because I know I saved it.
Yeah, because you said you were going to read it. I know you
I
did
did save
because
it.
you treated me different after. I was like, no, get away. No, just,
Um,
actually, a Capricorn myself. Now, see, my ex was a Gemini. They like to do things at the last minute. I mean, they don't think, they just do.
because I'm a Pisces, I have a hard time in romantic relationships with Leos and Geminis. But it's not just about your
Bless her heart, she's a good woman. Man, whew.
it's not just about your sun sign though, guys. You have to understand, it's about your entire here it is. It's about your entire chart all put
Right.
together.
No,
Where
I
was
read it.
what planet was Mercury in? Yeah, I know. I'm like telling them,
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry.
no, I'm reading and trying to talk. Where was Mercury? Where was this? Where was that? With each planet. So there's so much massive information. Um, let me see where yours says. Okay, so you are okay. I
I'm a
gotta
lot
scroll
of
all the way
things.
down.
Yeah, mine was real long. I was like, holy cow.
They all are.
Oh, are they?
So
I just didn't realize
your
it was.
that's your planets. I'm looking for your moon and your rising.
I thought it said.
Your moon is in Leo,
Interesting.
and your rising sign, or ascendant, is in Capricorn. So I'm just going to read a little bit of basics, and you guys, we can even do this one night. I'll do some charts for
That'd be
people.
such. Like I said, we could do this on the Moon Bear channel, and you can promote your Moon Bear channel. I can't even talk. Moon Bear channel. And we can do a live stream on there, and you can do it. That way, it promotes the channel when you get it rocking.
So I'm going to read Pisces, Sun, Libra, Moon, Woman, and then I'll read Virgo, Sun. What was your Capricorn? Capricorn Moon, or no, Leo Moon,
Yeah,
Man.
Leo.
So just to give you guys an idea, Pisces, Sun, Libra, Moon person will be very magnetic and charming. They're self-sacrificing to the point that they will end up neglecting their own needs, and they may spend too much time worrying about the needs of others. There's a good chance that they will have financial problems at some point in their life. No crap. Because other people demand too much of them. They need to learn how to take care of themselves. The Pisces personality is one that is highly analytical or intuitive, and this can also make them very sensitive to any form of disapproval or difficult relationship. This is true because the Pisces Sun, Libra, Moon often feels uncomfortable with any kind of opposition or disagreement. They may even at times become evasive in order to avoid any kind of confrontation. I tell you guys this all the time. If they are placed in a situation where there's a lot of conflict, these natives will want to protect themselves and appear cool and calm. The Sun in Pisces individual tends to have a great capacity for compassion. Pisces is the sign that rules the feet, the lowest part of the body. This placement can bring a very humble nature and charismatic magnetism. They have a dreamlike quality, which inspires them to pursue varied creative endeavors. They have a deep sensitivity to their environment. This individual's intuition is uncanny, and they are drawn towards the metaphysical. This is Pisces who aren't psychic like I am. The Pisces Sun, Libra, Moon person is an excellent role model for humanity. Tell me about that, guys. I think I might do this. I think I might. We could do this. So let me look up dragons here. Virgo, Sun, Leo, Moon.
This should be interesting. Well, I liked when I did my chart, when I read my chart, I was like, holy crap, it's almost like spot on. And it's like, holy crap.
It'll be you to a T. I was doing charts for a while, but I had to start charging for them because it was taking me, you know,
it takes a while. I know it does.
15 to 20 hours to get the entire like 50-page completed chart, and people were like giving me like $4, like because people don't realize I know how much work goes into it, you know, and I get that. I like to use books instead of looking online, so it takes me a little longer. All right. Virgo, Sun, Leo, Moon, bright and big-hearted. Hey, throw up your Sun, Moon sign if you know it, and I'll get to as many as I can. Bright and big-hearted. The Virgo, Sun, Leo, Moon, Ghost Dragons. Start starring them if they put them in there.
How do
bright and big-hearted. There's a star.
Okay, I got you. I got you.
You see it? Okay. One more time. Bright and big-hearted, the Virgo, Sun, Leo, Moon, man or woman is a hybrid of emotional exuberance tempered by a down-to-earth sensibility. They are both creative and analytical and likely possess a bit more pride and appetite for attention than regular Virgos with other moon signs. They are magnanimous and friendly and are generally of sanguine temperament. When they are upset, however, their tantrums can be uproarious. Although they maintain a polite and well-mannered mien, there is also an element of swagger and easy charm to them. They exude confidence without being arrogant and know how to straddle the line between hubris and prudence. Virgo, Sun, Leo, Moon, men and women have strong imagination and an eye for detail. They can often be perfectionistic in their work and do things over and over again exhaustively until they are finally satisfied with the results. Give me one sec.
Yep. That's like me to the T, to a point. Nobody's put one in yet. I'm watching. Oh, there we go. There's one.
Hold it. I found one more thing that I thought from the same site that I just read yours from, because it seemed to have a little bit more. Let me just read this really quick. So, and I'll look this up for you guys because it has like a little Pisces, Sun, Libra, Moon, the charming troublemaker. The Pisces, Sun, Libra, Moon personality is bound to be someone who's a lover, not a fighter. They're super friendly and personable, and people tend to find them attractive. They like people and cherish relationships. They probably idolize beauty, love, and romance, and they love canoodling with their significant other. For them, harmony and balance is key to their emotional well-being. When their world is in a state of flux, they will become argumentative and hypercritical until they can restore order and make things right. They are very idealistic and have a keen interest in fairness and what they hold to be morally right. I'm actually going to read this later. All right, what is it? Then one more. They try to hold themselves to their own personal standard, and their sense of equanimity may allow them to be excellent moral advisors or arbiters. All right. You said here's one. Where is it?
Okay, Mark Logrena. I can never say his last name. Forgive me. He's a Leo over Cancer, or a Leo Sun Moon Cancer. Is that right?
Hold on, I'm writing some down. Cap, Sun.
Okay.
Scorp, Moon. Who was it?
Mark.
Okay.
Then you had Nicole. Then Ralph. Then Blue Heron.
All right, I got everyone from
and Pixie. Okay, I got the code. I got them started. So okay.
All right, so what's Mark's again?
Mark is I guess Sun Leo and Moon Cancer.
Ooh, that's an interesting fire and water. All right. Leo, Sun, Cancer, Moon. The big softy.
You big teddy bear.
Hold on one second. Where is it? It's like they have it and then I can't click on it. There it is. Okay. The big softy. And I'm just going to read the first paragraph for you guys. The big softy, a person with their sun in Leo and their moon in Cancer is liable to have strong protective instincts for the people they care about. This sun-moon combination suggests a personality that is proud and gallant, yet sensitive and empathic. Such a person is bound to have a strong sense of moral rectitude and a desire to do the right thing. They may be a bit more shy or cautious than the typical Leo and will likely exhibit a nature that is generous and noble. Loyal and affectionate, the Leo, Sun, Cancer, Moon, male or female is devoted to their partners. They care deeply and display sensitivity and tact in regard to other people's feelings. Moon and Cancer people possess a natural and almost psychic insight into what people are feeling. Because of this Leo Sun is able to alternate between forcefulness and tenderness wherever needed. They can be very understanding and patient when it is appropriate, but still able to assert themselves with typical Leo bravado and panache. Who's next?
Now, 1 second.
After Mark. I have
Nicole Perrin, but he just gives his birthday, the 22nd, March 22nd.
No. Guys,
you need the moon signs, right?
If you email me or if you go into Cafe Astrology and put your information, because in order to find your sun and moon, for the rising, you need the time, but your sun and moon, if you go to Cafe Astrology and you put in your info, it takes like 30 seconds. They'll give you your sun, moon, rising, and all your planets. So if you already know what your sun and moon signs are, if you don't want to do that, email me. I'll get it out to you. It's super easy. I have someone here, so I'm just going in the order where I wrote it, and I wrote it all crazy, guys. Ralph, Pisces, Sun, Taurus, Moon. So we have water and earth. Pisces, Sun, Taurus, Moon. I find I get along very well with Taurus suns. And you guys know Saint Peter is recognized as the apostle of the Piscean sign.
Right.
Right. So I can't find the site I was looking at, but we can do it here. An artistic personality. So Ralph, here's you. Surprisingly combative, the Pisces Sun Taurus Moon personality appears quiet and cool on the surface, but can get really heated if upset or undermined. Those born with their Sun in Pisces and their Moon in Taurus are very sociable and tactful, not to mention that they are so empathic that they could feel other people's worries and pains as if they were their own. That's why they'll avoid hurting others their entire life. Even if this means they need to compromise, they will grant the wishes of those around all the time. I just want to say really quick, the reason I can't just put the information in for you is because you need your first name, the place you were born. I don't want you guys to think I'm just blowing you off. You need additional information to get your whole chart. So
stuff you got to fill in.
Pisces Sun, Dragons, don't be afraid to talk just because I'm always
I'm not
yapping. I feel like you're like coming in with a whisper.
I'm far enough away you can't smack me, so we're good.
I would never. Pisces, Sun, Taurus, Moon combination in a nutshell. Positive, you're empathic, collaborative, and generous. Negative, vengeful, easily offended, and quick to deny things. Perfect partner, someone who is practical and organized. Advice, you need to find happiness through your own simple actions. Easygoing and nice, these natives are usually very stubborn to stand by their own opinions when someone crosses them. They will never allow themselves to think differently than they usually do or to be influenced by what others are saying. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, standing by what you know, right? Blue Heron, Leo, Sun, Pisces, Moon. That makes sense because I always forget you're a Leo. And this is no offense towards Leos. I told you, excuse me, as a Pisces Sun, Libra Moon, I do often find myself entangled in some sort of conflict with Leos and Gemini. I can't help it, but it always, because you and I mean, every meme you post, I feel like I could have written it for myself too. And this is probably why, because of your moon sign shows your true inner emotions, right? And I am a Gemini.
She was nice to you. I was kind of shocked actually when she texted you. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear what you said.
I said my ex was actually nice to you. And
she was a sweetheart. I always keep in mind though that these are people's exes. Like these are my friends' exes.
Well, I know, but she
was very, very nice, and we were actually laughing about how stubborn you are. I almost gave her my number. Like, you better let me know. Okay, Leo, Sun, Pisces, Moon, a magnetic personality. Dreamy but determined, the Leo, Sun, Pisces, Moon personality may display a relaxed and cool attitude. Didn't I just read this?
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Did they?
What did they do? Yeah, because it's all...
there must be a mistake. Let me go to a different site, because the site, and I'm going to write to them too, because this is BS, because if I was using this for a source, I'd be in trouble. This site has the same thing for Pisces Sun, Taurus Moon as Pisces Sun, or Leo Sun, Pisces Moon. So hold on. Leo sun.
So they just copied and pasted.
Yep, they copied and pasted,
That's
but they
what they
weren't
did.
wrong. I mean, they weren't wrong on that. Maybe they're just that paragraph, but I'm not taking any chances. Okay. The Leo Sun Pisces Moon person exudes confidence, presence, self-esteem, and magnetism. She loves the finer things in life, is a natural superstar, and a giver. She knows that she is the star of any room she's walking into, including an interview room. She will make a lasting impression with her authentic style and genius charm. Loyal, dramatic, and creative. They possess a flair for fashion and design. Ruler of the heart. You're a digital designer. Drop your links, Blue Heron.
Yeah.
She will make a last. Oh, I read that. Ruler of the heart. They can be domineering and extravagant, but will also sit in quiet meditation. A Leo should always have a project to work on, and while living in the moment may seem like their strength, with their mind focused on the future, they truly shine. The Leo personality is confident, outgoing, king of the jungle. Born leader. It's in your blood. Okay. Who's next? I've got Capricorn Sun and Scorpio Moon.
Yep. That was it. That's the only one I've seen so far.
Well, I'm having fun, so I'm going to go into my rising. I'll do Pisces, Sun, Libra, Moon, Aries, Rising. Even though I got to admit, with Sun, Moon, and Rising, not all of them are on the internet. I mean, that's how many variations there are.
Blue Crossroads. Good night, chillin'.
Good night, chillin', Charlie. Capricorn Sun, Scorpio Moon, a suave personality. Detached and resourceful, the Capricorn Sun, Scorpio Moon personality will keep calm under the most difficult situations. I just want to say to you guys that this isn't factoring in the ascendant. This isn't factoring in the planets. So this could still be very general and broad and may not sound like you. Those with their sun in Capricorn and their moon in Scorpio have a double personality. They are extremely sensual and rather superficial, more interested in the pleasure of the flesh, but at the same time, they're meticulous reformers. What's sure about them is that they aren't inhibited and boring as most of the Capricorns. I love Capricorns. Capricorn men specifically, I don't think there's anything boring about them, okay? Honest and straightforward, these natives will always say what they're thinking. Aware of their surroundings, they are very serious, but also have a fair share of prejudices. Positives, tenacious, affectionate, and serious. Negatives, aggressive, domineering, and audacious. Perfect partner, someone who stands by their principles and decisions. Advice, try to be less moralistic and critical of some people.
Welcome back, Mr. Crowley. Mr. Crowley.
So let me see. I'm finding every combination except what I'm looking for. So hold on.
That's always the case. And then when you're not looking for it, you're going to find it.
I'm finding like Libra Moon, Pisces, Libra Sun, Pisces Moon, Aries Rising, Aries Sun, Pisces Moon, but I'm not finding Pisces Sun, Libra Moon, Aries Rising. So let me just tell y'all about this. Pisces Sun, Aries Rising, okay? And this is how the ascendant can be really fun. And that was a dead link.
Forgive me for laughing. There's dead links everywhere.
Here we go.
Now I got you started on something.
Yeah, I knew we'd find it. I didn't think we'd find it in the first show.
Oh yeah, there we go.
If you guys aren't interested in this, this won't be.
We can roll it around, rotate it around.
Here is a delicate person with a childlike charm, attractive and absolutely fascinating. These Pisceans just can't go unnoticed, although they sometimes will prefer to. Drawing attention and attracting the crowd is rarely Pisces' ultimate objective, and if there's too much heat and intensity, these people are apt to disappear like a beautiful tropical fish, darting away and blending into the coral. Not far off. These are the less obtrusive but still provocative movie stars for whom the flashing cameras and the endless line of paparazzi are a bit too demanding. I wish. Aries, childlike honesty, bubbly enthusiasm, and boundless energy make these people less withdrawn and secretive than other Pisceans, so it's easier for them to build trust with people. They're less likely to isolate themselves, but they're still Pisceans, so they'll take cover if there's too much scrutiny and pressure, and that's not always bad. They do need their time alone to regenerate themselves. With Pisces' interest in medicine and Aries' quick, hard body efficiency, these folks make marvelous doctors. In any vocation, they surprise their peers with their effectiveness. But a Pisces sun sign takes the edge off Aries' brash impatience, so they're less likely to show up inconveniently early. Pisces never want to be an inconvenience. Rushing, bothering, and annoying people is certainly going to invite confrontation, and Pisces abhor confrontation. Amazing energy level. So these are the kinds of things you guys can do with your astrological charts. Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. You know,
I was just shocked when I read mine. It was just like, holy cow. But I'm still trying to figure out all the stuff at the bottom of it with all the numbers and the dates and then the chart.
Well, they lay that out for you in words, though.
Yeah.
On Astrology.
I was trying to piece stuff together, but I got the swing of it after a while.
My son RJ is a complete moon baby. Okay. He is Cancer sun, Cancer moon, Cancer rising. Those are the mama's boys of the zodiac for sure. His birthday is July 13th, 2018, born on Friday the 13th. Now, his father is July 14th, okay, 1957, but still one day later, and he is completely different. He is Cancer sun, so people are like, oh, Pisces sun, Cancer sun, you guys must get along so good. He's an Aquarius moon, and he's got like 5 placements of Leo in his chart. So a lot of the time, no, we don't. Because if you just, that's why people are like, oh, I thought, you know, Virgo and Taurus were supposed to be the perfect match. Yeah, but you have to look at the moon and rising signs as well.
Well, that's what I thought. You know, you always look at like, you know, the newspaper and you look at your horoscope. Oh, and then I realized, man, there's more to it if you go to this chart. I mean, it's like you start piecing stuff together. I'm like, wait a minute. Because, you know, after I'd read the chart and sent it to you, I kind of did a little research and I was like, holy cow. It was like, I was shocked. I was really shocked how almost dead on. I mean, but you're going to say things about yourself that you're going to see on paper. You're going to like, well, I don't know, but it's probably true.
Yeah, most of it is. I mean, I always wondered why, as a Pisces, and people hate when I say this, but it's the truth. I'm honest about it. I am not an animal person. Okay. I'm not that person that is going to look at pictures of your dog and be like, oh my God, can I take him home? I'm going to be like, oh, your dog is really cute. Will your dog be sleeping in bed at my house? No. Will your dog be eating off my table? No. Will your dog be in my house? Probably not, because they a lot of them poop. But those people that are like, well, my dog is part of this family and you're just a guest. So I'm like, that's perfectly fine. If that's how you feel, that's good. But I'm not going to come visit your house if your big slobbery dog is going to be drooling. Or, you know, friendly dogs, playful dogs. I love them. I can play with them. Would I have one as a pet? No, I'm more of a cat person. But I always wondered why, as a Pisces, I'm supposed to be this huge animal lover, like the animal talker, the animal whisperer. But no, I'm not. When I see an animal, I'm like, you know, it's cute, but like, does it bite? Does it poop? Where's it going to pee? Like all these things, because I wasn't raised with pets. So I was never taught how to interact with a dog. To me, a dog just jumps and sniffs my privates, and it's embarrassing and gross. I've gotten better as I've gotten older, though. But the reason is because of just the combination of my chart, you know, of everything about it that makes me a little more narcissistic than most Pisces, right? Because my Aries rising makes me, and plus my gifts, you know, I always get afraid that one day, or I did when I was younger. I know that if it hasn't happened by now, it's probably not going to happen. But I used to always be afraid because of everything else I would pick up on, that I was going to pick up what the animal was thinking. And like, that would have just been way too much for me. So I did avoid them.
You know, it's funny because when I read my chart, it kind of clicked with me after I was, you know, doing a little studying and researching and trying to figure things out. I was like, you know, this almost fits a profile of an observer watcher. I mean, now I get why people call me an observer and a watcher, because if you read my chart, it's there.
Paranormal Pixie, dragons, hold that thought for a second. Yeah. That's a bad owner, not a bad dog. Yeah, I just wrote, it's the breed, not the deed. I don't believe in euthanizing dogs because they bite. I don't, because, you know, okay, some dogs, like people, they're just bad. But if you're raising this dog, you know, kind of its temperament, right? So you're going to want to keep it from little ladies and things like that. But that's another thing I wanted to discuss, and I'm going to talk about it on my channel. Blue Crossroads, I'm not surprised you're not that into animals. Either very, very
He's big
psychically
into it.
empathic people from other places. Like I'm from a different place. Dragons, Blue Crossroads, we're kind of like wearing human suits because we all have missions here. A lot of us in this community are like that. But for certain kinds of us, we don't have animals there. Do you understand? So
Right.
the concept is new. And that's not to say you can't like animals, but like I've just never been a pet person. You know, a cat. I did have a cat, little Bruce Wayne Springsteen.
Now I love pets, and I love Giles's dog. Puff's a great dog, but I like the
That's a
little
cute dog.
guys. I
And
like little
I
guys.
might get like a little froofy dog, but I don't
Yeah.
know because the first time it
No, I
thinks it's
like
this.
frogs and newts. I like the small critters that you find. Those are
The
what I like.
critters.
Yeah, I'm a
And
critter guy.
that's crazy because a lot of people that come from other come here to experience our natural
Right.
world. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? The trees, the air, the woods, the things that crawl around in the woods, which aren't domestic dogs for the most part. Do you know what I mean? So that
Right.
actually makes sense too. Punish the deed, not the breed. Blue Heron, I'm telling you, we're like, you are so another one of my mind twins. More realistically, yes, dogs are messy. And I think that's what it is. As having a toddler, especially right now, I could not see myself. Crowley, you got to tell me all about it. I saw a few things I wanted to comment on. They all poop.
They all poop.
Good news, I don't have a dog. That is good news. I actually have to consider that before I'll like visit people because I don't want to be rude to someone's pet that lives in the house. Like I'll say, look, I'm not good with dogs. So if your dog sniffs my crotch, I'm going to smack it away. Not hit it, but it makes me uncomfortable, guys. I don't know.
See, that's funny because see, Puff, he's real skeptical with guys, but man, he's real good for the women. I mean, he'll walk right up, behave, and it's like you mother.
Hey, I very unless Pops got him doing something with him, that dog is never making noise.
Oh, dude, I thought we were going to be hearing them before we started. They were going at it every night. They go to bed. Puff's waiting for him, and as soon as he climbs in that bed, they start fighting with each other. It's hilarious.
Jessica, thank you. I want to move you guys. I'm going to head off at 10:30. The website. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. So the website, you can find it if you just Google free natal chart. But the best website that I found and the quickest is cafeastrology.com.
No, I liked it. Yeah, I liked it.
You put in your first name or nickname. You put in your birth date. If you want your rising sign and like a really full picture, you need to know your time of birth within 2 hours because that's when the sun changes off the horizon. I don't know the exact reason for it, but you can't get your rising sign or your house placements, I believe it is, without your time of birth. But you also have to put in where you were born. Like I was born in Paterson, New Jersey, 7:37 a.m. on March 1st, 1983. I know it was a Tuesday, but you don't need to know that. So you put in that stuff, and within seconds, you have this entire page after page after page that is specifically for you and anyone else that was born in that exact place at that exact second, which maybe there's someone, but there's not that many people. And that's why it's going to tell you more about you than, the newspaper horoscope or even, someone like me.
Think about it. My son is born 7 days after me, so it makes him a Virgo. He said he wasn't a Virgo, and I'm like, no, you're a Virgo. But we're totally opposite, but we're a lot alike.
You're welcome, guys. Human and beast need distance. Dragons, what did you say I was reading?
Oh, you're fine. I said it's funny because my son is born 7 days after my birthday. So, and he's a Virgo too. He's right on that cusp. I think he's on right the day before or right after the day before it changes over. And we're a lot alike, but he's more like his mother than anything. And it always cracks me up because I always tell him, you must have Gemini in you somewhere.
Well, you got to think some of our personality traits, of course, are genetic, but I think the real us deep down has to do with our astrology. I am a very big believer in that. I'm trying to find the name of the Virgo Libra cusp. Like I know my daughter Eliana was born the cusp of the revolution, which is November into December. So that's Scorpio into Sagittarius.
Okay. Jessica's Sun Aries over Moon Virgo.
Okay, let's look. Aries, Sun, Virgo. And it is different for a woman or man. Now, if you really look, you can find, Aries, Sun, Virgo, Moon, woman, man. But I'm just doing generalized here. But we can definitely do this again. So Aries, Sun, Virgo, Moon, and inspirational personality. Determined, the Aries, Sun, Virgo, Moon personality is not bothered by high risks and responsibilities and wishes to have an impact on other people's lives. The Sun in Aries and the Moon in Virgo can be a strange combination because the Virgo influence is obsessed with order and carefulness, whilst the Aries influence is creative and predisposes to lack of control. Natives with this astral combination are known for living in the moment and for preferring to relax by themselves. Positives: witty, original, resilient. Negatives: challenging, judgmental, impatient. Perfect partner: someone who will offer them a lot of stability and trust. Advice: they need to understand that their contradicting nature prevents them from being liked by some. While the Aries, Sun, Virgo, Moon people, with the Aries, Sun, Virgo, Moon people, you can expect head and instincts working in conjunction. These people will always calculate the risks and assess correctly. They are wise and never lose their way when they have a good plan, but they need to realize life doesn't always come with guarantees, but their efforts should always be rewarded. They have a contradicting personality because of the signs in which their sun and moon are positioned. It's likely that the natives with these signs in their birth chart will be inflexible, determined, and not very emotional, overly emotional. Active, aggressive, and often argumentative, these individuals will analyze any problem from more than one point of view. So that's really good. It can't be said they enjoy going out or that they are the geniuses of the zodiac. They're reserved and quiet, and they're still capable of making friends and forming meaningful relationships. But they will always be rigid and difficult, not to mention precise and a little bit pretentious. It's very hard to make them happy because they want perfection more than anything else. Now, keep in mind, this is without your sun, this is without your rising sign, this is without your planetary bases. As bosses, they are always prepared but not appreciated because they are very tough.
This is fun. This is actually going pretty good. We know we had 30 people in there at one time. That's awesome. Thank you,
yeah,
folks.
guys.
Thank you so much for showing up.
Yeah, we really appreciate it, and we wanted to
frequency.
Electromagnetic frequency. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming in. Thank all of you guys for coming in. Crowley, definitely. You just have to remind me, okay? I do that for people all of the time. 5 minutes left. I want to give you guys some. I was reading while I was talking and thinking again. I just want to give you guys a great big thank you for coming in.
Oh, yeah, it was fun. Thank you so much.
Brightening our day and getting me out of bed and him focused.
My brain moving. Yeah.
Yeah. I really appreciate you guys. Yeah, just chilling. I know a lot of you have been asking for fireside chat or campfire, and Steve's got so much going on. He just can't do it. So I was
and
thinking,
I'm lazy, so I'd be the best prick, you know.
Maybe we could bring something like that back. I'm also working on something I'm hoping to do with Pine Island Research, possibly something with Paranormal Chop Shop. Thank you, Eugene. I do appreciate that. But I've been really sick, as you guys know. I wasn't even sure if I could do this tonight, but as usual, it brought me out of my shell a little bit. But I am just looking at my bed right now like, oh yeah. Love you guys. And RJ just got home. So let me sign off. Dragons, I will talk to you probably tomorrow morning.
That's
and
fine.
Guys, have a great night. Love
Thanks
you guys.
for coming, everybody. Have a fun night.
Dragons, just hit leave studio. Don't sign out because then next time we come in, you won't have to go through all that code stuff.
Okay, how do I do that?
Thank you, guys.
Leave studio.